Hello racing fans, and welcome to It's a Breeze with myself, Deez, and we are previewing the show for Thursday. Yep, it is an odd day when it comes to KZN racing. I can't remember when we had racing on a Thursday, but it is happening, and it's happening at Hollywoodbets Greyville. And guess what? We're on the turf track as well. So we're on the turf at Hollywoodbets Greyville on the 22nd of August and a Thursday. And I trust you, the valued racing fan, as well. And yeah, looking forward to this race meeting. And let's see what's on offer when it comes to the race card. There are 8 races, as I mentioned, and we are looking at race number 1 that will begin at 12:20, and the big one, the pick 6, which paid handsomely. It paid really well over the weekend at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. It was won, 700,000 was the declared dividend, and if you found yourself in the queue with a percentage of that, well played. It was not easy, but well found. Race number 3 kicks off the big one on Thursday at 13:30. That's a 1:30. So those are the 8 races. And as you've come to know, on this show, all the homework is done, and all that's left is for you to get on the tote. Let's begin with It's Exotic, and in this segment, the chosen bet is going to be the place accumulator. So, place accumulator with 8 races, as you've come to know, will begin in race number 2, and you can jot down the time, 12:55, 5-1. Leg number 1 is over 1,000 meters, and in a field of 7 runners, I'm going with 3 horses, and if we double up here, that will be a big bonus. And number 3, Rhythm for Alison Wright. Number 4, Mask On for Louis Corson. And the other runner from the Alison Wright stable, she has 2 in the race, called Love in Winter. That is long overdue for that next career win. Has come tumbling down, as we always mention in the ratings, but I think the further 1.5 kgs off is a plus there. So numbers 3, 4, and 5 there in leg 1 of that place accumulator, and I will be devastated if we don't survive that leg. Race number 3, leg 2 of that place accumulator. Going with 2 runners here, numbers 1 and 9, and number 1 being Carnival Park, and number 9, Imvelelo. 1 and 9 there in leg number 2 of that place accumulator. Leg 3 of that place accumulator, we are going to go all in for that top 3 position with number 1, Land Seer, Andre Nell and Platinum Racing, and Sereno Mudley, and I think the horse to beat from draw pole position. Then on to leg number 4. Well, yeah, I think it is a very tricky race. For me, it's a matter of survival, and if we get through with 1 runner, I'll be pleased. 2 runners, I will be wowed. Race 5 is a maiden plate over 2,300 meters, and with all due respect, it looks like a very shallow field, but one of these horses is going to find themselves in the number 1 box, and I'm hoping it's numbers 2, 3, or 7. If they don't win, then, well, hopefully they run into the money. So both runners from the Carl Hudson stable, numbers 2 and 3, and then horse number 7, 5 4 from the stable of God Puller. What are we doing in the next leg? Well, we are sticking with 3 runners here as well. Number 3, Global Movement. Number 5, Basi Rakvat. And horse number 7, Kirari's Dream. 3, 5, and 7. And then a banker for me in race number 7 called Perilla. Dennis Bosch has done exceptionally well since this mare has joined his yard. And on a form to date, I think she is the horse to beat. I'll personally say that she could also be a banker in any of your other bets. Race 7, number 3, Perilla, a banker in the PA. And then we close things off with numbers 3, 6, and 8. 3, Royal Guide. 6, Bristol Hercules. And 8 being Nutium. It looks like a high quality field there. Lots of form to work around in that last leg. So that is going to be the place accumulator. And I just want to, make a note that due to some time issues, let's put it that way, that this show is recorded much earlier than it usually is. I'm recording it very early in the week for this Thursday, so please keep an eye on card changes and scratchings for the race meeting, which is recorded much earlier in the week for the Thursday. Now on to It's Fun. And in It's Fun, I'm going with the pick three, and the pick three that will start off in race number 1. And in race number 1, well, this horse, the betting hasn't come out yet whilst recording the show. That's the fixed odds betting market, but I suspect that in leg 1 of that pick three, number 2, Industrial Strength, will be deep in the red and a banker for the majority. So race 1, horse number 2, Industrial Strength, is where we begin that pick three. In race number 2, leg 2 of that pick three, we're sticking with our place accumulator numbers there, numbers 3, 4, and 5. And we're sticking with our place accumulator numbers in leg number 3, numbers 1 and 9. So that will cost you 6 Rand, 3 times 2, 6 Rand. And then let's move along to our last segment, which is It's a Breeze. And in It's a Breeze, I've chosen another pick three that will begin in race number 6. So we've gone with the first pick three on the card and the last pick three on the card. The last pick three will begin in race number 6. Let's give you that time. It'll be 15:15 over 2,000 meters. And in this race, what I've done here is I've included horses as backup to our place accumulator numbers. So we had numbers 3, 5, and 7 in our place accumulator, and I've added number 1, National Dream, and horse number 8, King Bavarian, to that. So 1, 3, 5, 7, and 8. And then, as I mentioned when talking about our place accumulator, I think that she looks hard to beat on what she's shown to date. And I know there are some younger horses that will definitely make their presence felt in the race, in race number 7. You know, a horse like Pointer and Prom Queen that are unexposed at this level, racing against older horses. We'll see how they fare, but I think they'll all have to run to beat number 3, Perella there. So that's going to be a banker in the pick 6. And then we close off that pick 3. Did I say pick 6? Well, you can banker that in your pick 6 as well. So we're going to banker Perella in the pick 3. And then in race number 8, we close that pick 3 off with numbers 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. I mentioned there's quality to speak about. There's form in the race. In our place accumulator, we went 3, 6, and 8. Well, we've added horses to that. So just jot down those numbers 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And that cost will be 2, 4, 5 in the first leg by a banker, by 2, 4, 6. That'll be 30 Rand. We'll get you that pick 3 one time. And that is it, guys. Yep, the homework is done, and all that's left is for you to get on the tote. And as I always mention on every show, thank you, the valued racing fan, for your invaluable spend on the tote. And together, we can surely make a difference. But hopefully, it turns out to be a very successful day's racing at Hollywoodbets Greyville. On an odd day, it's a Thursday that we race on the East Coast, and have a blast. Find all the winners, and until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gasle.